All right, let's get right into this. Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we are unpacking an absolute seismic shift that is currently disrupting the traditional 40-hour workweek across America, and hey, maybe finally giving us our weekends back. We are talking about the evolution of the digital employee. This is a transition that is literally rewriting the rules of human output, leverage, and how we fundamentally even think about our daily tasks.
So I've kind of got to start with a bold question here. Is the 40-hour workweek actually dead? I mean, for generations, our entire concept of professional output has been strictly bound by human limits, right? You work 8 hours, you get tired, you go to sleep, and you start the whole thing over the next day. But what happens when the entity doing the heavy lifting doesn't need sleep, or coffee breaks, or paid time off? Autonomous AI agents are breaking these traditional boundaries entirely, and they're making the limits of our own biological productivity look, well, completely obsolete.
Section 1. Beyond Basic Chatbots, the New Baseline.
See, the reality is most people are still interacting with AI as a really simple tool. But the real players, the innovators over in Silicon Valley, they've already moved way past that phase. There is this stark contrast between the old way and the new reality. Most of the public is still stuck on basic chatbots, using single-prompt AI tools to rewrite an awkward email or answer trivia. It's basically a very smart calculator. But the new reality? We're talking about autonomous agents. These systems are actively browsing the live web, writing executable code, and taking complete, complex projects all the way to the finish line. It is a massive leap from a reactive assistant to a proactive executor.
So what exactly is an autonomous agent? Well, by definition, it's a system given a single complex goal that independently figures out the steps, navigates the web, writes code, and executes an entire project from start to finish. Notice the absolutely crucial word there, independently. You aren't mapping out the microsteps for it, you just tell it the ultimate goal, and it figures out the how without you having to lift a finger. We are talking about true, independent digital executors.
Section 2. The Freelance Agency Revolution.
And listen, this isn't just high-level tech theory. This technology is fundamentally disrupting the digital freelance market right now on platforms like Upwork and Fiverr. The whole idea of the solo freelancer grinding late into the night, it's being completely turned on its head. And that brings us to a massive number. 10x. 10 times. Top-tier creators on these platforms are simply no longer working alone. A single freelancer sitting in an apartment in New York or San Francisco can now manage 10 times the client workload they used to. They aren't working more hours, they are just utilizing superior leverage.
So how exactly are they doing it? Well, they're breaking it down into concrete steps. Step 1, lead generation. Step 2, client onboarding. Step 3, data scraping. Step 4, initial project drafts. Instead of a human doing all this tedious, time-consuming grunt work, these top-tier creators deploy custom-built AI agents to handle the entire funnel. Literally, before the human freelancer even gets involved to add their creative finishing touches, the agent has done all the heavy lifting. This is exactly how you turn a solo operation into a highly profitable digital agency pretty much overnight.
The crucial takeaway here is this entirely new mindset: tool versus employee. This is the massive leverage game. If you want to scale your dollar earnings rapidly in today's economy, you have got to stop treating AI as just a digital tool that you pick up and put down. You have to start treating it as a digital employee that you manage, you delegate to, and you let run autonomously in the background while you focus on higher-level strategy.
Section 3. Corporate Enterprise Integration.
Now, this monumental shift isn't just happening in the bedrooms of freelancers, it is hitting major US tech firms incredibly hard. Major companies are quietly, but very aggressively, handing over significant responsibilities to these enterprise agents. We are talking about massive capabilities here, like handling entire customer success pipelines, continuously tracking real-time financial markets, and managing incredibly sprawling, complex databases. These are high-level, absolutely vital corporate functions that are now being entrusted directly to autonomous systems.
The impact is staggering when you really contrast the old corporate structure with the new way. I mean, in the past, you would have to hire an entire team of people just to monitor real-time user sentiment and manually track software bugs. It was a massive payroll expense and, honestly, highly inefficient. The new way? A single engineer deploys an autonomous framework to handle absolutely all of it. One person, immense output. That's a real game changer.
Once it's out in the wild, this single framework is relentless. It scans live code repositories, it actively reads user feedback, it identifies and patches security vulnerabilities entirely on its own, and it updates the system completely automatically. We are seeing entire manual workflows, from discovery all the way to resolution, being completely replaced by a deployed framework. The whole shebang.
Section 4. Your new digital employee. So what does this all mean for the American market and, more importantly, for your own personal career trajectory? Because whether you work for yourself or a Fortune 500 company, the rules of the game have permanently changed. The new equation for productivity is simple but insane. One person plus an autonomous agent equals the work of 5 people. The traditional boundaries of what one single individual can accomplish in a day have been shattered. If you're operating without this leverage right now, you're effectively choosing to do things the hardest, slowest way possible. Consider this incredibly impactful warning from the research. AI isn't going to replace you, but a person using an autonomous agent to do the work of 5 people definitely will. I really want you to let the reality of that new landscape fully sink in. It is not human versus machine. It is a human manually grinding away versus a human managing a tireless digital workforce. To thrive in this environment, adaptation is absolutely mandatory.
So I want to leave you with this provocative question as we wrap up this explainer. What manual task will you automate next? Seriously, think about your daily workflow and identify what you can hand off to your new digital employee today. If you want to master these frameworks and learn how to build your own automated systems, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join the community right here on NextGen Byte. Drop a comment below letting us know what task you're finally getting off your plate. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.